Johnny Chef, Motoworks Chicago here. We're going to talk today about buying a used bike. Congratulations on working with the folks at Ride on getting your license. You're in good hands. And the next step is getting you a bike. Let's talk about that. The first step in the journey here is identifying the machine. What type of motorcycle do you want as your used bike or as your first bike? And that's one that is that's a personal decision. And I would encourage you to take your time, do a little bit of soul searching, and we want to marry practicality and what the vision of your first bike is. And the reality here is that nobody needs a motorcycle. This is something that our soul needs, but we don't need one. So make sure that that choice feeds your soul, that it's something you enjoy, something that, you know, a way that I define a great bike or a great fit for me is that when I walk away from the bike and I turn around and look at her, I just grin and it feels right. She looks right. I'm proud to own her. So I would encourage you to make sure that as practical as we are in this decision, it's also something that ticks that soul-feeding box and makes your dream come true. So when we're looking for a used bike, we want to be conscious of value. That's one of the reasons we're looking for a used bike, is it's less expensive than a new bike, correct? But there can be a conflict between the best value and the lowest price. And the lowest price is not oftentimes the best value. The best value is something that is going to serve you well, something that's not going to be terribly expensive once we get into the cost of ownership side, maintenance, repairs, and whatnot. And there's quite a bit of value in having something and owning something and riding something that we love as opposed to something that we settled for. So I would encourage you on this motorcycle purchasing journey to price in how much you love something, how nice it is, how excited you are about it, and don't feel guilty about paying a little bit of a premium to get exactly what you want, to get something that's in very nice condition, and to get a bike that will hold its value because it's in nice, clean shape, and that to me, having exactly what I want, having it be in great shape, not spending a lot of downtime on repairs or having it in the shop. Even if I paid a little more for that, I'll feel like I got a good value. You're buying a motorcycle. Let's make it fun. Go through the steps, follow the process, buy something you love, and enjoy it. It's a motorcycle. This is supposed to be fun. It's not a battle. Let's enjoy it. I'm going to start by inspecting the wheels and the tires. First thing I'm going to look at is just a visual inspection of the tires. These tires appear to be new. They have nubs on the tires and appears that they have just a few miles on them. Something we're going to look at with the tire as well is the age of the tire. We can find that on the DOT rating. DOT rating is right here. It's a little tough to read, but what it says is 1414. What 1414 means is that the tire was produced on the 14th week of 2014. So that'll put us mid-March 2014. That has the tire at 2 years old, and we use 5 years as the length of time that we expect a tire to be in service and provide the traction that we like it to. So we have plenty of time left. The tires appear to be new. Next step is take a look at the wheels. When I'm looking at the wheels, I want to look at them visually, and I'm going to run my hand around the outside of the wheel. Oh, look at that. Doing that, I just found something. What I found is this ding, or what I would call a minor taco. Now this will still hold air. The bike will still go down the road, but wheels are expensive, and damage to wheels are critical. If I found this on a bike I was buying, I would factor that into the purchasing decision, and I would want the seller to make some sort of price adjustment to factor in a replacement wheel in the future. The next system I'm going to inspect is the braking system. There are three main components in this system: the rotor, the caliper, and the pad, which exists inside that caliper. the pad, I'm doing a visual inspection, looking down the rotor, and I'm going to see lines cut this way. Those are what we call wear indicators. Looking at these, I see that the wear bars are very large. Looks like these are brand new brake pads in here. Calipers, I'm looking for any kind of waviness, any oscillation, or not having a smooth surface here. These are very smooth, appear to be in as new condition. So the brakes on this bike check out perfectly. The next system we're going to inspect is the lighting system on the motorcycle. This would be comprised of the headlight, low beam and high beam, the tail light and brake light, and the turn signals. So we'll just do a visual inspection, turn the bike on, assume that the headlight turns on, verify the high beam, use the signals, and squeeze the brake lever and the rear brake pedal with yourself or someone else looking in the back, and ensure that when those levers and switches are engaged, that the appropriate lights turn on. The next system we're going to inspect is the drive system. In this case, it's a chain and sprocket drive. We're going to look at the condition of the chain and the adjustment of the chain, and we're going to look at the condition of the sprocket. I can tell looking at the sprocket that it's in good condition because it's flat at the top. It's not sharp. Essentially, when a sprocket is worn out, it becomes sharp. It will be pointy to the touch when I'm touching on it. This is a little flat spot. It appears to be relatively new, in good condition. It's a pass. I'm going to check the chain tension as well. Looks good. Different bikes have different adjustments and different specifications for chain tension, but generally speaking, a few fingers, it's good chain tension. It's also better to check with somebody riding, sitting on the bike with the rear suspension weighted. But looking at this, it's good enough visual. Bike's ready to go down the road. Chain and sprockets are in good shape. Next system we're going to inspect is the suspension component, suspension and steering system. A few things I want to look at here. Just want to push down on the bike. Push down the forks. Feels good. Didn't hear anything clunk. Same thing in the back. Feels good. Bounce back. Feels like it has spring and dampen. Suspension feels good. And another thing I want to do is take a feel for the steering head bearings. I'm going to do that ideally with the bike on a center stand. I'm going to turn the bars from lock to lock, and I'm looking for a notch if I feel anywhere that it hangs up when I twist those bars from left to right. And that's my non-moving inspection of the suspension and steering. That is a system that we'll be paying close attention to on the road test. The next step is the best part, the road test. It's important for me to stay focused on the fact that I'm critically evaluating the machine while I'm on a road test, as it's very easy for me just to get swept up in the joy of motorcycling and not tick off my mental checklist. Obviously, I can't carry a pen and a paper when I'm on a road test. Something I like to do is wear an open face helmet so I can hear, not wear my earplugs that I normally wear, again, so I can hear, and I'm going at lower speeds. I want to make sure that I hit some bumps, maybe some speed bumps, a pothole, something like that, or if I'm on some rough surfaces. And I'm just looking for any noise that doesn't sound right, any banging, clacking, anything that sounds broken essentially. So I want to take a slow, mellow test ride. I'm going to be respectful of the fact that it's not my machine yet, and I'm going to have fun while I'm doing it.